Today I'm in Shropshire and we've come to look at one of the best preserved medieval towns in the whole of the UK. Let's go and take a look. So today we're in Ludlow. We're going to go and check out the town. We'll have a look around the castle. There's an amazing church here as well. But I am quite hungry, so we're going to go and look for some food first. Let's have a look. So a quick food stop. I'm just outside Vaughan's. They do some amazing looking sandwiches in here. Let's go in and check it out. Okay, so could you tell me who you are and where we are?
So this is Ludlow, Shropshire, and this is Vaughan's Sandwich Bar, and my name's Mark.
And can you tell me what you do here?
So we use a lot of local ingredients. We've got all these different fillings down here in the counter. We do the local hot roast pork, lots of local sausages and bacon as well.
And how long have you been here for?
I've done this for 29 years now.
Out of this particular
In this
shop?
actual shop, yeah.
And has this always been something like this in here, or was this something unusual before?
Yeah, I think it was a chocolate shop before,
Okay.
and there's been lots of different other little things, but yeah.
And what do you particularly like about Ludlow?
I love the place. It's a nice tourist town. The people are really friendly. Great place to visit. I only came for 1 year, and I just fell in love with the place.
Where did you come from originally?
I've been all over. Grew up in Surrey, lived in the Midlands, down the south coast.
And you're definitely staying here now, then?
Yeah, that's it now. Settled.
You're done. You're done.
Yeah. Nearer retirement than I am starting, but yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the rare breeds?
So we get these off our local butcher, Andrew Francis Butchers. These are mostly Berkshire Blacks, and we use the same meat for the sausages as well, so it's all local sausages.
And you cook that here as well?
My butcher cooks that for me because that goes in at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
It's a bit early
So
for
it's a
me.
big,
So yeah,
slow cook.
he comes in at 3. They're usually ready about 9, so maybe 6 hours cooking. And we come in at 5 o'clock in the morning and make all the fresh stuff for the counter.
So you've got loads of different
lots of different ingredients down there.
And you can get like a little box.
We do a box like Minnie's doing now, and you can just fill it with as many things as you like. We've got the whole counter to pick from, and some people put the hot pork on top of that as well.
Amazing.
Or you can just have it full of meat. So
well, I'm going to try one of your bats in a minute.
Sounds good.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
Yes, please. So here it is. Here's my pork roll. Let's have a little look inside. Let's have a little look. It's huge.
That's what she said!
Check this bad boy out. Look at that. Nearly as big as my head. It's a big head. Nice bit of crackling on top. And absolutely full of meat. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to eat this, but I'm going to give it a go. Just show you a little close-up of this. Just going to try a little bit of that crackling first, because that looks good. I'm sure you can hear that. That's absolutely perfectly cooked. I'd be going there just for that if it was me. Let's give this a go. This is going to get messy. Wow. I'm going to try not to speak with my mouth full, but it's difficult. That is worth coming here just for this. So I've taken a few seconds to compose myself, but this is amazing. You can tell it's been slow cooked for hours and hours because it's just falling apart. Applesauce is stunning. The stuffing in there is tip top, and some nice applesauce as well. Definitely come and get yourself one of these if you're in Ludlow. So there is a decent outdoor market here. Not here every day, so do check before you come, but decent selection of stuff here, a bit of food, a bit of sweets, a bit of fruit and veg, a bit of everything really. So we've just come into the grounds of Ludlow Castle. There is nobody here at the moment. It's an extremely hot day and I think everyone's decided just to stay at home. So it looks like we've kind of got this place to ourselves. Let's go and take a look. So I am just in a great hall, one of my favourite parts of the building. This is where they'd have their celebrations and meals and everything. Would have been great. So if you look just here, you can see these seated windows. That was the place where you'd find the ladies of the house sitting and doing their embroidery, because that's where the best light was. But they didn't have glass in them, these windows, and if you look just around the edges you can see that they had shutters on them originally. So this is the chapel behind me. There's no other round chapel like this anywhere else. Let's go inside and take a look, because it's quite stunning. I always joke that when I go to these castles that they're just like something out of Game of Thrones, but this one really is. So this is the well. I can't really give you too much of an idea of how deep this actually is without throwing myself down it, but it's actually as deep as this building in front of us is high. So if you've watched these videos before, you'll know that this is the time where I ask you guys if you could like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and leave a comment. But this time I wanted to do something a little bit special. Now, I'm getting closer and closer to having 1,000 subscribers, which is the threshold that YouTube sets that I can be monetized. What I thought I'd do is when I do get to 1,000 subscribers, that first month that I make money on, I want to split it with one of you guys. All you've got to do is be subscribed to the channel, like one of the videos, and leave a comment. Now, the more comments you leave and the more likes you leave, the more chance you've got of winning. So get liking, get subscribing, and get putting your comments underneath, and I will share the wealth. Anyway, let's get back to it. So this is a really nice little castle here. Well, it's not even that little, it's quite big. And obviously there's nobody here at the moment, so the castle feels ginormous. If it's a really hot day, it's actually a really good place to come because there are some quite well sheltered spots inside. Anyway, let's go back and have a look outside the castle. So I'm just outside the parish church of St Laurence here in Ludlow. It doesn't look like a church, it looks more like a cathedral. But we'll go inside and check it out because I've heard that there's some absolutely stunning stained glass windows in here.
This is the Palmer's Chapel in St Laurence's, Ludlow. The chapel was created in the 15th century, so this glass here dates from around 1460. So you've got here some of the finest glass, simply because the Palmers were the richest merchants in the town, and they, along with the owners of the castle, that's Richard, Duke of York, and his wife Cecily Neville, would have paid extra, if you like, to have the quality of glass that we've got here.
So they really invested into the church here.
Yes, they really did. So you've got absolutely amazing glass here. We've got what's the golden window here. So you've got Catherine, St John, and St Christopher. What is unusual about it is the bit at the bottom, because you've actually got the donors depicted in the glass, which I've never seen anywhere else before. And I think it's a very early representation of donors in glass. I've never seen it, as I said, anywhere else. And then the window above it, which you'll need to come across really over here to look at properly, is the Annunciation. And what I love about it in particular is it's seen as a tableau. So you've got hands holding the curtain up above, with the figures underneath. So obviously here the Annunciation, obviously we know this from the Bible. I think it's just beautiful. Here you've got the Gospel windows. So you've got, and again, this is me being an ex or failed architect. I love the perspective. I love the representation of the buildings. I just think that they are really beautiful bits of glass. But my favourite of all has to be this window. And if you know the book Simon Jenkins, The 1,000 Best Churches of England.
Yeah, it's in the top.
That's the front cover.
Wow.
So he obviously thinks this the same as I do. I just love the colour. I love or colours, plural. I love, again, the representation of the buildings and the beautiful Gothic arches and the tracery. And it's so complex. It takes my breath away every time I look at it. And then I guess I've also got to say the other thing that blows me away, because I've never seen this in a church in this country before, is the baldacchino, which is the canopy over the top, because that should have been chopped down.
Okay.
At the, in a sense, after the Reformation, anything papist, a complete no-no.
But it got left for some reason.
And for some reason it's got left. It was put in. It's certainly come from somewhere else, because it doesn't fit exactly. You can see there. Where it sort of falls foul of the window at that point. It's a canopy to protect the altar underneath. It was obviously fitted, and I gather it was fitted in around 1500. So you think by the time of Henry VIII in 1537, there were still people in this church who might have paid to have that put up.
Yeah.
Or if they hadn't, their fathers, their grandfathers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a family interest. So I think that the reason why it wasn't pulled down was because it's bloody high.
Yeah. Too difficult to take down in the first place.
Sorry, I shouldn't have sworn.
No, you're fine.
Okay, right. But also, it's the family thing. I think that they, having put it up there, they're thinking, well, I don't want to take it down.
No.
No, why should I?
It's
and
incredible.
it's stayed here ever since. I think it's beautiful. So this is my favourite part of the church. I think it's just beautiful.
So an absolutely stunning church this. As I said, it feels more like a cathedral than a church. If you do get here a little bit earlier than I did, you can actually climb all the way to the top there. So you've heard of flat pack furniture like your IKEA stuff, but if you can see this building behind me here, this was originally a flat pack house. Now, I don't know if you can quite see up here, but these beams, I'll show you a close up in a second, have got little marks on them to show when they delivered the bits of wood, how to put it together. So I'd go as far as saying that Ludlow is probably the prettiest place I've been so far. But there is a reason why a lot of these buildings still exist. Now, it was a big political centre back in the medieval times, but after that it's quickly dropped off the map. And there wasn't the money here, so none of the buildings got renovated and nothing got pulled down, and we've still got it today. Behind me is one of the most famous buildings in Ludlow. That is the Feathers. It's been in since the 1670s as far as I can remember. Let's go in and check it out. So I've just come into the Feathers. It's had people coming in as guests now for over 400 years. A lot of the original building is still here, and there's some really nice intricate woodwork in here as well. So what can I say about Ludlow? Well, definitely pay this place a visit. The buildings here are absolutely incredible. Loads of good food here as well. Tons of pubs if you like a drink as well. Anyway, I'll see you next time.